a lot of people ask us how we get to Bali and how we do it on a budget. So the first thing we do is we look for a sale in our emails. So normally we find Jetstar, and Jetstar does have a few different names that people have been calling it lately. But we get the Jetstar sale, and last time we went it was $600 return, and that was for both of us combined. So the whole ticket fare was $600 for two. Then I got on and had a look at Luxury Escapes and also TripADeal. I ended up booking one of the holidays on TripADeal, and that one included breakfast, and I think it was like a drink every day and one massage. So it was like a package deal thing. Yeah. So that was about $500 for a week. The other one, I went on to Agoda. I usually use Agoda or bookings.com, one of the two, and I booked the first hotel, and that included breakfast as well, and we got a great price on that, and I think it worked out about $50 or $60 per night for the first one. So that's flights and hotel. The next thing you need to worry about is airport parking. Now, airport parking, sometimes they have deals, sometimes they don't. You just have to go onto the website and have a look at parking. We usually do long-term parking, which means you stay outside of the airport parking lot.
Oh, you're talking about parking in Australia, not parking in Bali.
Yeah, parking in Australia before we even leave.
Yeah, so we had a long-term parking, and it cost us about,
I think it was about $100 for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
It was around $100 or something like that. But the thing with that one is you park a little bit further away from the terminal. You get on their courtesy bus that will take you straight to the international terminal. I'm talking about Brisbane.
Of course, you don't have to. You can catch a train in.
Yeah,
or
there's
whatever.
Plenty of options.
Yeah, get a lift. We just like the convenience of, after a long flight back from Bali, we can get straight into our car and drive straight home.
Yeah, so far we're up to about $1,500, and that's our airfares, our accommodation, and all our breakfasts plus airport parking. So about $1,500 so far.
For 2
That's
weeks.
for 2 weeks for two of us.
Now, you could probably do it a lot cheaper. There's probably 100 other ways of doing it. We're just talking about our way and what we do with the travelling.
Yeah. So you end up getting into Denpasar Airport, and you'll need to get yourself a visa on arrival. Now, a visa on arrival is $50 per person, Australian dollars, or you can use rupiah, whatever you've got, US dollars, but it's definitely Australian $50. What I find though is if you give them a $100 note, usually they'll give you the change in rupiah, so then you've got money that you don't have to worry about exchanging at the airport to get your taxi or your driver if you don't have transfers booked already.
We normally book a driver that we know to take us to the motel.
That's usually about $20. So going from Denpasar over to Kuta, Legian, Seminyak area, $25. I wouldn't pay any more than that.
So you get to your motel room, you settle in, and probably one of the first two things you want to do is first go get a bintang.
Yeah.
Barley water. Barley water will cost you anywhere from $3 up roughly. You might find a cheaper place, but generally I find they're around $3, $4.
Yeah, most hotels that we stay at $3 or $4. If you go to restaurants or beach clubs or anything like that, they're going to be a lot more expensive than that. Well, when I say a lot more, I'm talking about probably $5, $6. But most places, $3 on the beach. I think it was like $3 as well, wasn't it? Yeah. So if you pull up a chair on Legian Beach, expect $3 per bintang, small size. I think $5 for the large one.
So after a few beers, then you're getting a bit peckish, so you want to go to a warung to eat. There's 3 different styles of eating. One is you can eat the street food that the locals eat.
And we tried that last time.
Yeah, we tried that. You're spending $1 to $2, $1 to $3 maybe in food.
It was very inexpensive. Like if you're in Bali on a budget, the street food trolleys that we tried, we didn't get Bali belly at all. We tried the bakso from a street store.
Motorbike, corn,
Motorbike, yep, they're corn.
some sweets.
Some desserts, and they all cost us around about no more than $3.
Yeah.
Actually, the bakso was $4, I think it was. Cheap
Yeah.
as.
So, and then you can go up to the warungs. Now, a warung is the name for the local restaurant. There is a difference between a warung and tourist restaurants. The tourist restaurants are more westernised. The warungs are more local food. They do sell all varieties of food though, but they are a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
At a warung we would pay
Probably about $25 to $35, and that includes your drinks and
entrees and
an entree and a meal.
Yeah.
But obviously, the more you drink, the higher it's going to go. So, $25 to $35 for two. That includes, an entree and a meal, and also at least one alcoholic drink.
yeah. Then you can go to the restaurants, which are basically set up for the tourists. Then we're getting a lot closer to Australian prices, but they're still a lot cheaper. Like I would reckon you'd pay around $40 to $50 a meal, even longer. It could be more. Depends on the quality of the food, quality of the restaurant.
Yeah, well, one of the restaurants we went to was $20 for 2 hours of whatever you ordered off the menu for food, and it was also $20 for 2 hours of unlimited cocktails and beer and
Yeah, that was a Shishis and Seminyak.
spirits. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another option. So it cost us $80 for the two of us for 2 hours, unlimited drinks and food. So
That's
you've
good
got
food.
all types of different. You've got from $2 or $1 up unlimited, whatever you choose.
So then you've got to be able to get from place to place. There's a couple of different ways you can get place to place. You can hire a driver, which is probably the most expensive way. Now, if you're going to go on a day trip, you will hire a driver, and that'll cost you around $50 to $60, depending on the trip you're going to. Then you've also got to pay for the destination, whatever it
Whatever
is.
tour or whatever.
Whatever tour. Now, I've noticed in the recent years, places have gone up in prices for the tours. Some places which used to be free are now charging a small fee to get in. But if you're just travelling around town, there's a couple of ways. You can get a taxi, and generally a taxi will cost you about $5 no matter where you want to go.
That's with like throwing in the tip to even it out at the end. Yeah.
Yep. And then you can get a Gojek. Gojek's really popular now. It never used to be around, but now it's really popular in Bali, where you can just pay someone to get on the back of their bike. They are a proper, it's pretty much an Uber on motorbikes. You got to get on the app, you get the lift, and it's probably going to cost you
Well, put it this way, you can
$1 or
get
$2, I'd say. I wouldn't know.
When we were there last time, we had the Gojek app, and we hired a car through that app.
Yeah.
And to get from Sanur over to Jimbaran Bay for our seafood dinner,
markets, yeah.
that was only $12.
$12.
Yeah, and so that was in about a 40-minute drive or something like
30,
that.
35
So it's
minutes.
it's not expensive, and it's even cheaper. If I wanted to hire a motorbike, that would have been probably only $5.
And that's the other option you've got. You can hire your own motorbike at your own risk, of course. And
They're about $7 a day. You'll need insurance too, so make sure you've got
definitely have
motorbike.
insurance.
Make sure you've got motorbike in your travel insurance. Now that's another thing as well. Moving on to insurance, you definitely need to get insurance when you're overseas, because if anything happens to you and you end up in hospital for some reason or another, which is, it can happen because the traffic's crazy, even though they drive really well, don't they, for the craziness of it.
even though the roads are crazy, it's pretty much low speed.
Yeah.
So even if you do have an accident, it's not so much life-threatening. If you come off a bike in Bali, you'll survive. In Australia, probably not.
Most times.
Yeah.
So make sure that you get your travel insurance. Not only that, but if you're sick as well, it's great. Now, we get our travel insurance for free because we have a credit card with the Commonwealth Bank. Now the Commonwealth Bank card that we have includes all our travel insurance, so all we need to do is pop onto the app before we go anywhere, put in our destination, where we're going for how long, and we print out our travel insurance from that for free. So that might be an option if you travel a lot that you want to have a look into. Some other banks also do travel insurance for free as well if you purchase the holiday using your credit card and then pay it back off.
Our coffee shops have popped up everywhere in Bali. Everyone in Australia loves their coffee.
Not me.
And not Debbie. And they've sort of latched onto the fact that everyone is addicted to their coffees, and the prices are around Australian prices in a lot of the coffee shops, around $5 a coffee.
If you want an Australian tasting coffee, about $5. And I'm saying that without ever tasting coffee in my life, but from what I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, massage. Oh, yeah, awesome. Massage is about $10 a massage. Some places have gone up now to $11. You can get it cheaper in some places. It's a 1 hour massage, traditional Balinese massage, which
or
brings,
aromatherapy.
yeah, it's a soft massage all over. I'll recommend it, even if you've never had one before, give it a go. It's so soothing, so relaxing. If you've got to get munchies for your room, you go get your munchies at, there's lots of Circle K's. Circle K's, it's like a little shop that, like you're going to a service station and you can buy munchies and drinks and all sorts of things. That sort of atmosphere where they've got a bit of everything, and the price is a bit higher than normal, but still it's doable.
You can also go into like the Bintang supermarket, just for convenience. Outside every hotel there's usually about 3 different Circle K's, like Alan was saying.
And if you want to buy something in the local shops, this is the way you barter.
Not barter, bargain.
Bargain,
Barter,
haggle, whatever.
yeah,
Haggle. Yeah, if you're going to haggle, for example, let's say for example a t-shirt, they're going to tell you the price is something ridiculously high. This is the way they do it. They know that you know it's ridiculously high, but they're putting out their first offer. Straight away in your head, you go, exactly how much am I going to pay for this t-shirt? How much do I want to pay for this t-shirt? So if I think to myself, I only want to pay $5 for this shirt, they say it's going to be $10, you say $2. And in the middle, you start to meet till you get to the price you're wanting to pay. If you get to a price that you don't want to pay, you don't have to buy it. Don't feel obligated to buy it. It's just the process you go to, so you agree on a price.
There is other ways that you can work that out. So you want to do, like Helen said, a price that you're happy with, a price that they're happy with, and that's the price of the thing. But you can get a gauge of average prices by going into fixed price shops. So for example, now if you want a summer dress, like a singlet short dress, you can pay anywhere from about $4.50 to $7 for that. If you want a, well, actually some of the dresses they're putting up to about $16 now. They're the ones with the sleeves and a bit more fitted. The t-shirts were about $7. Singlets, like the Bintang singlets, I think were about $3, weren't they?
$3 or $4.
Yeah, $3 or $4. Yeah. Sunglasses were about $5 to $7.
Once again, that's what we pay. You might get it cheaper, you might get it dearer. It doesn't really matter.
It's whatever you're
happy with.
And whatever they're happy with as well. Yeah. So, keep in mind, you don't have to keep haggling over 50 cents or $1.
Yeah.
It's
and don't be offended by them giving you high prices and not coming down to your price.
No.
They've got to make a living. They know the minimum amount they can sell it for.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Yeah.
Lots of times it does. Anyways, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you anything, but it definitely helps our channel out. So, yeah, if you love it, subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next one.
Bye.